What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping in, and if you're new, make sure to click over here and hit subscribe. That would really help me out. But as you guys could tell from the title, today we're going to be going over how I set up my tree for filming whitetails with my hang and hunt setup, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, and hopefully you can use a couple of the things that I do as tips if you are a self-filming hunter. But anyways, let's get into the video. Okay, so first and foremost, I'll go ahead and go over the stand and sticks combo that I'm using. So I'm using the Novix sticks as well as the Novix Echo up here, as you guys can see. And I used it all last season and I really liked it. It's a reasonably big platform, but I'm a pretty big guy. Right now I weigh 240 and it's very comfortable for me to move around in and film in. Okay, so we're gonna start from the bottom here. Obviously when I get into the woods, I take my pack off my tree stand and I set my bow down. And then what I do now is I take out my tow rope, set it to the side, and what I normally do is I strap my bow to my pack and then I tighten it down on both sides. And I go over top of the quiver just so it doesn't put any extra pressure on the riser or strings or anything. So then I do that, and then I hook my string to my lineman's belt. So in this case, I'd unwind the whole thing. Well, first and foremost, what I do is I find the top of the pack. So this top loop, if you guys, I think you guys can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that. I take that top loop and I loop this rope through it. And I was using 550 paracord last year, but I switched to this stuff. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it yet. It is a little bit more bulky, but we'll see. I feel like it'll be easier to hold on to. So then I find the end of this rope after I loop it through like this, so it's like a knot that pulls on itself to stay tight, and I know it won't come undone. And then I find the end of it, and then I just take it around my belt loop, depending on what side of the tree that I'm going to be climbing into. On this one, I'm going to be climbing into my left side. So then I take this, and then I just tie it around just like that. Now, this isn't a super tight knot, but I have a knot at the end of it. I'll show you guys, so it won't pull through itself, but I just always tie that to my belt loop, and then I'm good to start climbing. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up my pack and my bow. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Literally, you just grab the rope and start pulling. And this is what I was talking about, because there is a little bit of weight to the pack. I feel like this rope being a little bit thicker is going to be a lot nicer than pulling up 550 paracord. And then just like that, I got the bow holder in the tree, and I'm ready to go ahead and unhook my bow from my pack. And make sure you're still holding on to your pack if you do it this way. And we'll go ahead and hang the bow right here. Now another thing that I didn't really think of with this tree is, as you can see right here, we got a limb. Now on private land, I would just go ahead and slice that, but on public land you can't. So I would probably, this is a good tree though, so I would just probably find a new spot to hang it off this tree, because I got a spot here. You know, I could do it off this side, but that's the side my camera goes on, or either of these trees in front of me. So next thing we got is we have the camera arm that we need to get out. So the camera arm that I've been running, I started running it last year, is this Lone Wolf custom gear. I really like it because it's stupid light and it takes me like absolutely no time to set up. I do have a video that I filmed a review on this, so if you wanted to watch that, go ahead and click up here and check it out. I think it's pretty helpful, but nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get this thing thrown onto the tree. So then just like that, we got this camera arm set up, and as you can see right here, there's a little bubble on the top so you can make sure the whole thing is level. Then we'll just throw our camera on there just like that. And what I do with my backpack is there's actually a little hook on this. As you guys can see, another awesome feature that the custom gear pocket arm has is you can hang your backpack on that. So then what I do is I go ahead and untie this knot, if you guys can see that, just like so. Pull it out through the belt loop if my shirt doesn't get caught. Pull it through the belt loop, and then I just put it back into the pack, because right now, as you guys can see, there's nothing in there. So I just wad this rope up and crammed it into the pack. Okay, so we're up in the tree, we got our camera arm set up, and then we got our bow right here behind us. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to get out our filming camera. Now you might be saying, well David, aren't you filming on your filming camera? And I would answer, yes, but I have two of them. So I shoot with the Sony HX80, has 30 times optical zoom, and I really like this camera. It's got the little flip up screen, and it shoots in 1080 at 60 frames. I wish it shot a little bit higher, but for the small package that this is and how light it is, I can't really complain. And you guys might have saw I have a little UU rig on there. They actually didn't make a UU rig or any sort of rig for an HX80, so this is actually for a Canon G7X, but it fits this pretty good. It just overlaps on one of the sides, and that fits pretty good too. But it's nice because filming like in the dark, I have a little light that I can slide onto the edge of this that's pretty sick. But anyways, I'll go ahead and throw it on here and show you guys. Okay, so we're gonna shoot this as if it is the absolute most ideal conditions that you can get. You would, for a right-handed shooter at least, and how I have this tree configured right now for my filming setup, your best shots are gonna be off of your left shoulder, and that's where I have the target right now, because that's how you would wanna set up your tree to where, if you're a right-handed shooter, like I said, all your best shot opportunities are gonna come off of your left shoulder. So that's how we're gonna shoot this right now. So here we go, real life situation. We got the camera on. Go ahead and start filming, because we see a deer right there. There's a big tree in the way, but we can get through it on this side, or we can get through it like this. I would probably try and shoot it as close to like this as you can. And then we're on him. Obviously I'd already have the arrow knocked, so that's one less thing I gotta do. And then if you got time, like say he's feeding right there, let's go ahead and get a little cinematic and zoom in a little bit. But then after that, just draw right back. The bow's in frame a little bit. And the good thing with how it's set up right here, you can see I just have to look over like that, make sure I'm on. Anchor. And then just like that, there's our deer, and hopefully he runs about 20 yards and piles up. And then you can always film him wherever he's gonna run off to. Flip up your screen, turn it back to you. Oh my gosh, I just freaking smoked a monster. And hopefully I can bring you guys something like that this fall. But anyways, that's how I set up my tree stand. All of the products that I use, I'll go ahead and link them in the description if you guys are wanting to check them out. So yeah, I mean, I really like this setup. Not only the way my tree stand set up, but obviously the hunting rig. This thing is freaking sweet, and hopefully I can run some arrows through some deer this fall. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. That would really help me out. And if you guys want to see other videos like this, let me know. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.